Hello everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 11 of our Advanced Vocabulary Power Challenge. It's fantastic to see you here, ready to grow. Today, we have 5 more incredible words. They will enhance your communication, making you sound more confident and precise. Let's jump right in. Today's first word is aplomb. It's a noun. This name's a quality. Let's say it together slowly. Aplomb. Now, say it with me, aplomb. Great job. What does aplomb mean? This word comes from the French phrase, aplomb, meaning according to the plummet. Think of a perfectly straight, balanced line. Aplomb means self-confidence or assurance, especially when in a demanding situation. It describes someone who stays calm and poised, even under pressure. Let's see a picture to make it clearer. This image shows perfect balance and self-assurance in a difficult situation. It highlights aplomb. Now, let's look at some sentences to understand it better. The young debater handled the tough questions with remarkable aplomb, impressing the judges. This shows how someone can remain calm and confident under pressure. Here's another sentence. She delivered the difficult news with such aplomb that it helped calm everyone's fears. This explains how composure can positively affect others. Now synonyms are poise, confidence, composure, self-assurance, and equilibrium. And then antonyms are nervousness, awkwardness, embarrassment, discomposure, and clumsiness. Here's a simple way to remember aplomb. Think of a bomb. When a tricky situation feels like a bomb is about to go off, you need aplomb to handle it calmly and confidently. This is a great word for describing graceful confidence. Let's say this phrase clearly. He acted with aplomb. Say it again. He acted with aplomb. Yes, with great composure. Our second word for today is candour. It's a noun. This name's a quality. Let's say it slowly. Candour. Now, say it with me, candour. Awesome. What does candour mean? This word comes from the Latin word candor, meaning whiteness or purity, extended to purity of mind, or sincerity. Candour means the quality of being open and honest in expression, frankness. It's about speaking the truth, even if it's difficult. Let's see a picture to make it clearer. This image represents openness and truth. It highlights candour. Now, let's look at some sentences to understand it better. Her candour was refreshing. She always said exactly what she thought, without pretense. This shows how honesty can be appreciated. Here's another sentence. The leader's candour about the challenges facing the company helped build trust among employees. This explains how frankness can build strong relationships. Now synonyms are honesty, frankness, openness, sincerity, and straightforwardness. And then antonyms are deceit, dishonesty, dissimulation, evasiveness, and hypocrisy. Here's a simple way to remember candour. Think of a candy door. Behind a candy door is nothing hidden, just sweet candour, pure honesty and no tricks. This is a great word for describing honesty. Let's say this phrase clearly. I appreciate her candour. Say it again. I appreciate her candour. Yes, her frankness. Our third word for today is astute. It's an adjective. This means it describes someone. Let's say it slowly. Astute. All together now. Astute. Good job. What does astute mean? This word comes from the Latin word astutus, meaning crafty or shrewd. Astute means having or showing an ability to accurately assess situations or people and turn this to one's advantage. It describes someone who is very sharp, clever, and insightful. Let's see a picture to make it clearer. This image represents keen insight and strategic thinking. It highlights astute. Now, let's look at some sentences to understand it better. An astute businessman, he quickly recognized the emerging market trend and invested wisely. This shows how sharp judgment leads to good decisions. Here's another sentence. Her astute observations about human behavior made her an excellent psychologist. This explains how keen insight can be a valuable trait in a profession. Now synonyms are shrewd, keen, discerning, perceptive, and sagacious. And then antonyms are naive, foolish, dull, obtuse, and unintelligent. Here's a simple way to remember astute. Think of a cute little fox. A fox is always very astute, super clever, and good at figuring things out. This is an important word for describing cleverness. Let's say this phrase clearly. That was an astute move. Say it again. That was an astute move. Yes, very clever. Our fourth word for today is vindicate. It's a verb. This means it's an action. Let's say it slowly. Vindicate. Now, say it with me. Vindicate. Excellent. What does vindicate mean? This word comes from the Latin word vindicare, meaning to claim, to revenge, or to set free. Vindicate means to clear someone of blame or suspicion, or to show or prove to be right, reasonable, or justified. It's about proving someone's innocence or proving that something was correct. Let's see a picture to make it clearer. This image represents clearing blame and proving righteousness. It highlights vindicate. Now, let's look at some sentences to understand it better. New evidence emerged that would vindicate the accused man, proving he was innocent. This shows how new information can clear someone's name. Here's another sentence. Her hard work and dedication will surely vindicate her decision to pursue a difficult career path. This explains how success can justify a past choice. Now synonyms are exonerate, clear, absolve, justify, and confirm. And then antonyms are accuse, blame, incriminate, condemn, and disprove. Here's a simple way to remember vindicate. Think of win debate. If you win the debate and prove your point, you vindicate your argument. This is a great word for proving innocence or rightness. Let's say this phrase clearly. The truth will vindicate him. Say it again. The truth will vindicate him. Yes, he'll be cleared. Our final word for today is magnanimous. It's an adjective. This means it describes someone. Let's say it slowly. Magnanimous. Now, say it with me. Magnanimous. Outstanding. What does magnanimous mean? This word comes from the Latin magnanimus, combining magnus, meaning great, and animus meaning soul or mind. Magnanimous means very generous or forgiving, especially toward a rival or less powerful person. It describes someone with a truly great and noble spirit. Let's see a picture to make it clearer. This image conveys generosity and nobility, especially in a position of power. It highlights magnanimous. Now, let's look at some sentences to understand it better. Despite winning the competition, she was magnanimous in victory, praising her opponent's efforts. This shows generosity and grace even after a win. Here's another sentence. The leader made a magnanimous decision to forgive his political rivals for past disagreements. This explains how a powerful person can show great forgiveness. Now synonyms are generous, forgiving, noble, benevolent, and chivalrous. And antonyms are petty, mean-spirited, selfish, vengeful, and resentful. Here's a simple way to remember magnanimous. Think of magna, like magnificent or great, animals. A truly great-spirited person, like a magnificent animal, is magnanimous, very generous and noble. This is a fantastic word for describing a great spirit. Let's say this phrase with confidence. Be magnanimous. One more time. Be magnanimous. Yes. Be generous and noble. Alright, my awesome vocab learners. Now that we've understood all 5 words, aplomb, Candour, Astute, Vindicate, and Magnanimous, it's time to see them come to life in a simple story. Listen carefully. Try to spot each word. The story is the politician's trial. A prominent politician, Maria, faced false accusations. She entered the courtroom with remarkable aplomb, showing no signs of fear. Her lawyer, known for her astute legal mind, advised Maria to speak with absolute candor. During the trial, new evidence came to light that would thoroughly vindicate Maria, proving her innocence beyond doubt. After the verdict, despite her triumph, Maria was magnanimous, offering words of peace rather than gloating over her accusers. So, what's the important lesson we learn from the politician's trial? Facing challenges requires aplomb and candor. With an astute mind, the truth can vindicate you. And remember, true strength often lies in being magnanimous in success. Alright, my absolute superstars. And just like that, day 11 of our advanced vocabulary power journey is in the books. You've done an incredible job today. You didn't just learn. You truly got a feel for these important words: aplomb, candor, astute, vindicate, and magnanimous. Give yourselves a big pat on the back. Remember what we always say: consistency is your superpower. Every single lesson, every word you practice, it's a huge step forward. You're not just memorizing, you're actively building a stronger, more confident you. One powerful word at a time. And trust me, that's something truly special. Thank you so much for bringing your amazing energy and willingness to learn. I'm genuinely excited to see you back here for the very next lesson. We'll continue to unlock even more incredible words together. If you enjoyed this session, please hit that like button. Share it with anyone who loves learning. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our English adventures. Keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep shining brightly. You've got this.